kids. This is Katie Carty Hiley from RainbowBrite.net. Welcome back to the Rainbow Land Museum. I don't remember how long it's been since my last video, but I feel like it's been a little while, so sorry. But I haven't had much to really show you guys until recently, and now I have a bit of a pile. It's not a huge pile, but still, it's several things. So I figured, hey, it's time, and I have time today. Long story. Maybe I'll update y'all at the end about that. But first I'm going to show you something I bought. Well, I'm just going to go in random order. This I bought off of eBay. I've got some stuff from Truffle Shuffle, and then I have a couple of gifts for the museum. And one of them I have no idea what it is, so you get to find out at the same time I find out. So this first item is something, oh sorry, I went and started opening it. The reason I hadn't I just started, they tied this in a nice little bow. Of course I just messed it up because I started opening it, but they put it in a cute little thank you card, and it was just like, thank you, Katie. Like, I love sellers who go the little extra mile. And there was like a little, I apparently ripped it when I was opening it too, but a little like rainbow unicorn on the back sticker. It's just, and this little rainbow on the front, just, oh my gosh. So cute. So this, I think, was on eBay, or it might have been Etsy, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm almost positive, my friend Renee from RainbowBrite.co, she told me about this, sent me a link, and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't have that one, I need it. So I bought it, and here we go. I'm pretty sure it's just as cute in person as it was online, but I haven't actually, oh my gosh, I even put it in a little bag. This is adorable. Look at this. I love these little, I don't know what you call it, like cinch bags, but when you can like see through them, they're kind of gauzy. I don't know if that's really that's not the term. I guess it's tulle-like material. Whatever it is, I love it. And since this is a piece of jewelry, that's the perfect thing to put in it. Now this string is not original to it. This is, though, a charm of Starlight from the 80s. Let's see if I can get any closer. Hopefully it's still, at least mostly, in focus. This is from the company Cat's Meow. They did several charms back in the 80s. I have like Twink with a tuba, I think. Hi Liz, are you like agreeing with me or disagreeing? Maybe she heard me say Cat's Meow and she's like, yeah, here I am, meowing, I'm a cat. And it's very tiny on the back, but it does say 1983 Hallmark Cards, Taiwan. Yeah. And yeah, so I have Twink with the tuba. I think there's a rainbow, just Rainbow Brite herself. There's probably some still missing as well. But this one, I think I had seen pictures of before, but I didn't have it in my collection. So I was just like, oh my God, I must have that. It's so cute. And like, I legit want to wear this. This string is not quite big enough, I don't think, to go over my head. Which direction is he going? Actually, maybe. Okay, I'm going to wear it for this. Not that you'll be able to see it, it's going to just blend in with this Truffle Shuffle shirt I'm wearing, but oh my God, it's so cute. Okay, I might actually wear this from time to time, just because I can. So thank you for putting it on a string if it wasn't on one already. Oh my gosh, and I just broke the string. Or did I? Maybe it just came out of the loop. Yeah, it's a tiny little opening. How did it come out of that? I think I just barely pulled on it, and I pulled on it in just the wrong way. My bad. The string is fine, so I'll see if I can get it back on there. But, so maybe I won't wear it because I don't want it to just accidentally fall off and me not notice. But anyway, there's the Starlight charm from Cat's Meow. Thank you, Renee, for giving me a link to that. Huge thanks, because you know I won't see these things otherwise. And thank you to the seller who put that up for auction or Etsy, or same difference, for sale. So let's do one of the surprise gift. So this, it's from my friend Chris, but I think it also comes from, it's like him and his girlfriend Jane, who I still want some details, you two, but they have been in the Rainbow Brite fandom for years. They were at Rainbow Brite Day in Kansas City, Missouri, whenever that was, several years back. And in my head, they've always kind of been a couple, but they weren't until kind of recently. And I'm sorry if I'm like outing you. it was Jane told me this kind of incompetence. Maybe I should cut that. I don't think you'll mind. I hope if you do, please tell me. I'll take this down immediately and edit it. But I had always seen them in my head as a couple. I don't know why, but then when they told me they were officially like seeing each other, I'm like, wait, y'all weren't before? Like, in my head, I didn't say that, but I was just like, oh my god, I've always seen you two as a couple. Like, you're perfect together. So I just love that for them. And if it is the Rainbow Brite fandom that brought them together, like, how adorable is that? Oh my god, love it, love it. But anyway, Chris and Jane, I'm super excited to see what this is. Oh, and they sent me one of the Rainbow Brite cards. It's almost like magic, the way you make the world a brighter place to be. Yeah, they both signed it. Chris, Star Voyager, and Jane, Lady Brite. See, these were their, like, nicknames back on the mailing list. That's how long they've been around the fandom. I love this card so much. I haven't looked at it in a while just because it's, like, in my collection, but not something I look at every day. So I'm always thrilled when, oh, it's got, like, stickers in it. Just in case y'all haven't seen this card before. I'm sure I showed it to you when it came out. What year? Was that the year? Some of these do. That can't be right. I mean, it could be. This is showing June of 2021 when it was manufactured. So that's cool that they're still making these. Okay. Like, they started making them well before that. It was back when Hallmark was putting out their own line of Rainbow Brite merch. So like 2015, 16, 17, somewhere around in there. But I love that they're still making them. Yay. So, okay. What in the world is in this bubble wrap? I literally have no clue what this could be. What is this? I see, like, the Rainbow Brite logo, and I'm just like, I don't understand the shape of this. What is it? Are you? Oh my god. Y'all, oh my god. Y'all are gonna die. This is amazing. And I have wanted some of these, or to do, or make some of these forever, but I just could not bring myself to do it, and they probably know that about me. And they just did it for me. So, oh my god. Hold on, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Oh no, don't fall out. Okay, so happy late Easter to me because I took so long to open this. I've had this package for at least a couple of weeks. I am so sorry, y'all. These are Easter eggs. Okay, what they did, and they're just, you know, they're fake eggs. They didn't use real ones because that would smell gross after a while. But what they did was they took the vintage Rainbow Brite Easter egg wrappers and put them on these eggs so that I can have them all the time. And especially at Easter, I can, like, put them around the house and, like, make my own little Rainbow Brite Easter egg hunt. Oh my god, you like going to see this? Yes. I want to, okay, come on. I want to just, like, show y'all all the different designs. There's Rainbow and Starlight. And the Color Castle. It says Happy Easter on it. Oh my god. The illustration, like the artwork on these, oh my god, it's so cute. So there's Twink wearing bunny ears with an Easter basket, being chased by Murky. I love that Murky's on here. So, like, I have a, like, mint and package set of these egg wrappers, but I've never opened it, and I was like, I'm not gonna use these because I'll ruin them and then I won't have them anymore. So this one's like a wrap around. Wait, where does it start from? Here. Have a happy Easter. Bunch of sprites. Oh my god. Let me use this one. I'm telling you, this artwork is to die for. Look at all the colored kids with the eggs. And they're so happy. There's, okay, a couple of sprites on a minecart. And what's that? More sprites with, it almost looks like jelly beans. Doesn't that look like jelly beans? Really big jelly beans, but it still feels like jelly beans around them. I don't know. But that would track with Easter. Let's see, I showed you that one. Oh my god, how cute. Well, let me start with Rainbow Brite. And I love this pose where she's like bending over, like tending flowers or picking something up. This artwork, y'all. Ah! I want Truffle Shuffle to make Easter clothing now based on these illustrations. Yeah, it looks like there's 2 of each. Oh my god. And I have a whole dozen now! And like I have somewhere, I think it might be behind the jumbo Rainbow Brite right now, because I just didn't know where to put it. I have a Rainbow Brite Easter basket, like it's got Rainbow Brite illustrations on it as well, and I just never knew how to display it or what to do with it because I didn't have any eggs to put in it, but now I do, so I may have to put some, like, you know, fake grass in it and some Rainbow Brite Easter eggs. Oh my god, thank you, Chris and Jay, you're the sweetest! I love y'all so much, and I have forever, like, oh my god. As long as y'all have been in the fandom and I've known you, I've thought the world of you, so just thank you so much! That was so sweet! I love them! And I love, because I didn't do anything for Easter this year. I had just seen my family, like, the weekend before, because it was my grandmother's 91st birthday, yeah. Her birthday is the 10th? Yeah, of April. So it's always right around Easter, but we always, as a kid, we would always go to her house for Easter. And this year I was like, no, I really want to go down for her birthday and see some other family, and not, like, completely overwhelm her with an Easter celebration, because she's not doing, like, never mind. We don't, like, have a big thing there, because there's too many of us. Like, she still has a big house, but there's a lot of us now, between her kids, the grandkids, the great-grandkids. There's so many people of all ages, so it would just be way too much for us all to just descend on her house. I wouldn't want that many people descending on my house, so I'm just saying I get why we're not doing necessarily such big things anymore. And plus, they're not so much spread out. Some of us are, but they have, like, other, you know, they have to go see the other grandparents as well on the holidays, so they're flipping back and forth between households. And with COVID still being around, I think, at least for me, some of us aren't doing that quite as much. Although I don't think there's been, like, an Easter spike, fingers crossed, here in America. Like, the numbers are slowly going back up a little, but they're still low, so I hope that sticks around. I hope that, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Just, I didn't get to celebrate Easter this year. I didn't do a darn thing for it. So that just made my Easter. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Actually, I want to show you the other gift first before I get to the Truffle Shuffle stuff. And this is relating to the trip I just took down to South Carolina to see some family. So, where my grandmother lives is only, like, it's less than half an hour from my dad's house. So, when I go down to see her, I typically go down to see my dad as well. And then his brother, my Uncle Roman, and his wife Mary, they live in the same town as my dad. They actually live really close to where I grew up in that town. So I always want to visit them as well when I'm in the area. So I did. And real quick aside, and I'm gonna, like, I need to do either a video or a blog post or something one of these days to show y'all my Aunt Mary's doll collection, because she is, I 100% believe this, even if at the time when I was a kid I wasn't planning, oh, I'm gonna be a doll collector when I grow up, but she's had a massive doll collection ever since I was, before I was a kid, I assume, but I remember seeing it when I was a kid and just being blown away by this whole room dedicated to dolls. And I really think that stuck with me. And she gave me a little Cabbage Patch figurine from her collection. And yeah, I think that was part of my like subconscious. When I started collecting stuff, I don't know, I didn't like set out to do the same thing, but I've ended up doing the same thing. So yeah, she's a big inspiration for me. And my Uncle Raman is a woodworker. He's done a lot of things over his career, but one of the things he keeps doing in retirement is making stuff out of wood. And he's really talented. Maybe I can put some pictures in here, hi baby, of the stuff he's already made for me and for the museum. Well, I think y'all see, yeah, you can kind of see it right here. This, move this one over and just pull them down a little bit. This little high chair that has a little heart in it. This high chair he made for me. So I've got some dolls being displayed there. And he's also made for me a little, it's like a little table and chair set for the dolls so they can have like a tea party, and it's the cutest thing. And then he also made me a chair that I can sit in, so it's still very low to the ground, but it's wide enough for my butt, and I can sit beside them and share in the tea party and pose them and take pictures. It's so cute. It's so cute. And so I went down to visit, and I was not going to like get more stuff. Like it's so adorable. It's like he feels like he has to give me something every time I come now, because I get so excited every time he does. But that's not the reason I go to see them. I mean, I love them as people. They are just wonderful, wonderful people. I'm so very thrilled to be related to them. But it makes him really happy, I think, as well, to make these things for me. So he made me another one. Wait, I'm gonna have to put you down for this. I'm sorry, because this one's kind of big. I can't pick it up with her on my lap. I'm sorry, baby. This is his latest creation for me, and it is a doll crib. Oh my god, let me see if I can even get this in frame. Look at this, y'all. Like, it rocks. Like, it's, yeah, you can see it's like curved on the bottom. And then it's got a whole section in it, and my mom's gonna make me a mattress and a little blanket and pillow and stuff for her. She's already planning that. I need to measure it for her. It's got the little heart on the end. He puts that little detail into most of the things he makes, and then it goes all the way, you know, above the head or where the pillow is gonna be. And as soon as I saw this, like, let me put this on my leg. As soon as I saw this part, I was just like, oh my god, that needs to be painted rainbow. So I'm hoping I don't mess it up, but my plan is, and I'll probably do it more this way, more like, you know, Puppy Brite style. Well, this is more like, whatever, you know what I mean, like stripes. Because if I try to do it along this way, I know I'm gonna mess it up. But since I have like individual pieces of wood that I could probably, yeah, I could stick some painter's tape in the little crevices there so that it wouldn't bleed over. I think I can, yeah, just do rainbow. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cute. And maybe paint the rest of it white or something like that. I haven't really decided yet. But I just stinking love this. It's so cute. And oh my god, it's heavy. Like, this is well-made doll furniture. Like, he does not mess around. And like, my Aunt Mary has a dollhouse that he made for her years ago. And he's made other furniture, like legit adult furniture too, for their house as well. And probably for other people. But things like the high chair, the crib, the chairs, and the table, things like that, that are like for kids to play with their dolls. He's been making those for years and giving them away to like a local, it's some kind of like, I don't know if it's a charity or it's a place where they give or sell very inexpensively things to underprivileged families. So children who would never have access to this kind of toy otherwise can have something handmade, like really well handmade, doll furniture and stuff that they can play with their dolls in. And I just love that he has that heart to, and that he's been doing it for so many years. I don't even know how many years he's doing it. He's been doing it, like, I'm pretty sure at least since I've been a kid, or since I was a kid. Because I remember as a kid seeing them like in his shop and thinking they were so cool, but I wasn't gonna be like, can I have one of those? I wanted to, you know, I knew who it was for, that he had mentioned at the time who those went to, so I was never like, give me one, you know. I was like, no, those go to the people they're supposed to go to, and I'm glad that they did. But in my head, I always kind of wanted one, so I think I must have expressed that during one of our visits over the last few years, and he's just like, oh, you want some stuff too? Okay. So now apparently he's gonna make me another thing for the next time I go see him, possibly by the end of this year or early next year. So yeah, I don't know where exactly this is gonna go yet. I've got to find the perfect spot for it, but I'm just excited to have it. And how am I doing on time? Okay, cool. I haven't reached the limit yet where it's gonna cut off or anything. So let me move this over a little bit. There we go. Let me go to the truffle shuffle stuff. Oh, wow. Y'all, I'm just so lucky to have such wonderful people in my life. I just cannot overstate. How does that saying go? I can't overstate. There we go. How freaking lucky I am. Just with my husband, with my friends, my family. It's like, sure, you're always going to have some people in your life that you don't necessarily agree with 100%, but you don't have to love them and for them to love you. Like, that's just ancillary. Like, that's not what's important. What's important is your feelings for each other and your love. And especially in times like this where political whatever stuff can be really divisive, I really try not to let that drive me away from people in my life that I love. Because honestly, at the end of the day, or end of their life, my life, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't talk to them because they didn't agree with me on this social issue. I'm going to be like, oh, I really miss that person. I wish they were still around. That's my take on it. I know for some people, like, you might have like a toxic family member who is, every time you talk to them, you come away feeling drained and terrible and hating life. And that's a whole different thing. I'm not saying I have any of those in my life, thank goodness. So if you have that kind of relationship with someone, maybe you don't need to talk to that person. That you got to take care of your own mental health for sure. But if you have people that they're not draining you or making you upset, you just don't necessarily agree with everything they think or believe, like, that's fine. Just don't talk about that stuff if you can avoid it, and just love them. That's my wisdom for today. Just love everybody if you can. Okay. Well, first, I guess I should show you this shirt that I'm wearing from Truffle Shuffle. I'll just lean back a little bit. I can't see the bottom, but it says always chasing, and at the bottom it says rainbows. And I love this design because it's so many rainbows. Here, I'll just pull it up and you can see word rainbows at the bottom. And yeah, she is just surrounded. I mean, they're only tricolor rainbows. It's just red, blue, and yellow, but that's a lot of what the rainbows were in Rainbow Brite illustrations stuff. We know this, so it's nothing new. I'm okay that it's not the full rainbow. Like, would I mind if it were the full rainbow? No, but I'm cool with this much color. It's still rainbow-tastic and fabulous. And this is the unisex small, which I've grown to really like the size and the way it fits on me. It's just comfy. Like, I don't have to worry about it. And it just, I don't know. I still like the women's cut when they have those available, but if they don't, like, I used to not get upset, but I was always just like, oh, that's not going to fit as well if I got the unisex small or whatever. But now I'm like, actually, sometimes that's preferable because whatever reason, I don't know. They fit well. The sleeves are a little long, but, you know, I could roll them up if I cared that much. Clearly I don't, because I didn't. There are ways to make things more to your liking if there's just like one thing you don't particularly like. But honestly, I love these shirts. So I think I have another thing with this design on it, which I'll get to in a minute. But next we've got a mug with, I'm sorry baby, but you can't be around sharp objects while I'm cutting this open. Skeletor is, well, I'll tell you all at the end. Ugh, never mind. Because if I start talking about it now, I'll just get into that topic and forget to tell you what I'm opening. I know myself too well. Oh wow, these are packed really well. So I actually got 2 of these mugs because I like the design that much. Let's put that down there. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be wrapped so well, or I would have undone it already. Sorry. And I have every single one of their mugs that they have ever released because I mean, for some reason a mug feels more of a collectible item than a t-shirt to me. I know that's bonkers. I don't know why I feel that way, but some part of me does. I think I'm gonna have to take this one out, but let me just make sure they're both like intact. I don't think either one is broken or anything. Because, again, they packaged them really well. I want to be sure. And yeah, I got 2 so that I could, like, keep one downstairs and use it, or at least see it on a regular basis, and then put one in the collection. Because I love the image so much, and I'll tell you why I love the image so much. Apart from it just being a really good image. Okay, so they both look the same in the box. I just want to make sure one's not, like, turned more... Actually, this one you can see a bit more of Rainbow Land, so I'll keep that one in the box. And yes, I have a little bit of a mess to clean up. It's not that bad, though. I just don't think I've put stuff away since my last video, maybe? Oops. Oh, yeah, and I was gonna... Oh! One of these days I'm gonna show y'all some TeePublic shirts. I keep forgetting to bring them up here when I'm doing these. Okay. I have some really cute ones that y'all need to see. Oh my gosh. So, oh yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to like recycle that box. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, it's yellow on the inside, yellow handle. Love that detail. But here comes the image, and I'm gonna give y'all a second to see if anybody can guess why I'm so in love with this before I tell you. Yes, it is in a book, or something very similar. It doesn't have the logo in the book, and it has more of a sky background. But the reason I love this image so much is that this is the first Rainbow Brite image I put on the internet. Like, there were 2 pages on the internet, not sites, 2 pages that mentioned Rainbow Brite, and one had the image of Rainbow Brite, like, giving Starlight a sugar cube, that cute little image, and the other one had the Rainbow Brite web ring on it, so it had an image of Rainbow Brite from the record, the one where she's holding the baton, whatever it is, with the star on the end, and then just the Rainbow Brite logo was the other image. But this is the image I put at the top of my first Rainbow Brite webpage. So every time I see this image, I'm just like, oh my god, I love this image so much! And I love their edit of it, because yeah, they took out the blues and stuff of the sky and the background and just simplified it a bit so that the colors of the rainbow and the color castle and the little sprite houses and Rainbow Brite herself like really pop. Oh my god. And I love that it wraps pretty much all the way around. And like, I'm right-handed, so drinking this like just big old picture of Rainbow Brite in everybody's face. Not that I like go places and I'm sorry. But you know, I have friends over from time to time. We drink tea. It's a thing. So I can just be sipping my tea and shoving Rainbow Brite in her face. Not that she doesn't know I love Rainbow Brite. And if you're a lefty, then you're showing off the color castle and you're looking at Rainbow Brite yourself. So win-win. Doesn't matter which hand you drink out of. Like, oh, I love this so much. I'm so glad I got it. And yeah, it's just as great in person as I thought it would be. So yeah, that's a special one for me. And I don't think they knew that when they made that mug. They just liked the design, and which is probably why I put it on my website, because I like the design. I don't even remember like who I got to scan that. Maybe it was there was this one person in high school who had a scanner, and I got him to scan some photos of me for the yearbook. And I might have gotten him to scan a Rainbow Brite image at the same time. One of those images never made it back to me. That's another story. Whatever. It was a picture of me in my Rainbow Brite costume, which is why I'm miffed. But it was just a close-up of my face. It wasn't like the full costume, but it's a really cute photo. Anyway, I still have the black and white image in the yearbook. It's like this small that I'll have forever as a memory. But anyway, not gonna get into friendships of the past that did not pan out. Okay, next we have, how much time do I, oh crap, it's about to cut me off. Let me just pause this before I go on. Okay, sorry about that, but hey, at least I noticed it this time. Next is a tote bag. And oh my god, is this the most colorful tote bag you've ever seen or what? And this design is based off of some wrapping paper, like vintage Rainbow Brite wrapping paper from the 80s. Vintage from the 80s, duh, like I'm being very redundant, sorry. Although, you know, some people think like the 2000s are vintage now, so maybe I should specify. God, do people really think that? Like, I know it was 20 years ago, but no, that's not antique, that ain't vintage, no. This though, yeah. But anyway, it says have a Rainbow Brite day above Rainbow Brite herself. I don't think there's any other text. Nope. But it's just like Twink, yeah, I think he's the only sprite, and the color kids being freaking adorable. Just like, look at all of them and their cute little poses. Like, look at Lala there being fabulous, and Patty giggling, and Buddy being strong, and Indigo being dramatic, and Red being red. Like, oh my god, I love it so much. I probably should have gotten 2 of these. Now that I've seen it in person, I'm like, ooh, I love this. And I like that it has the actual Truffle Shuffle tag and a little Rainbow Brite tag. If you haven't seen this, I'm like, they've started doing this recently and I am in love. Look at this tag. It's got her face on it. And on the back, it actually has the logo. It says Rainbow Brite. And Truffle Shuffle logo too. But yeah, I love this. It's just white on the inside. And I feel like it's taller than the other tote bags they had made. I feel like the other ones were more square. But I don't have one within reach. Where are those? I know they're around. I'm just not sure where at the moment. They might be in a bucket. I don't know. But I think this one's taller. Just bigger in general. I don't know if it says on their website the dimensions of it. It's oh good, my measuring thing is right here. Tape measure, measuring tape, I don't know. I think it's a tape measure. I'll do a quick measurement for you, because why not? Although, you know, this came from a British site and I'm going to be doing it in inches, so sue me. It is about 16 inches tall, like from the top to the bottom, and it is just over 13. It's about 13 and a quarter. Yeah, 13 and a quarter inches across. So there you go. Now you know how big it is, and it's a great size. Like, I can fit a lot of stuff in here. I feel like some good tall stuff. I love this. Oh. Next time I make an order, if they still have it, I'm gonna have to get another one. I'm calling it now. I love it more than I thought I would. I know I would love it, but now that it's here, I'm like, oh, I really love that. Okay. So, let me show you the other piece of clothing that has this same design on it, and it is a sweatshirt. And it's navy blue. It almost looks black. It's so dark, but it is actually navy blue. And just same thing, always chasing rainbows. And this time I think I got a small. Did I? Where are you? Peel back. What? Hold on, I'll show you that in a minute. I don't know what that means. It is a small. There it is. Okay, sorry. I'm looking everywhere except where it says. And yeah, again, it's big, but sweatshirts are supposed to be big. And I don't know that I wore, let me see. I wore 1, 2 sweatshirts? 3. So, but mostly 2 over the winter. And they were the same sweatshirt. I just happened to have the same one in 2 colors. And it's not even a Rainbow Brite sweatshirt. It's rainbow. It just says "Stay in the Rainbow" in like all the rainbow colors across it. But it's made by whatever. Oh my god. Can't talk today. The material it's made out of is polyester. And it's a thin sweatshirt, so I can fit it like under other sweatshirts, hoodies, stuff like, or jackets. So which is one reason I like it. But it's also, I don't know why, it really holds the heat in. So over the winter, I was just wearing that constantly to keep myself warm. So I didn't wear any of my fun sweaters. But again, COVID stuff. I wasn't going anywhere where I wanted to show off really cute stuff. Else I would have put on one of these. Because I still haven't worn, I've gotten how many from them over the last while? I've got a pink one. I've got a, I'm forgetting now. I know there's several sweatshirts, but yeah, I need to actually wear them. But I love this one so much, so yay. That'll get put in the closet at some point. This, oh, right, I was gonna show, sorry. I saw something and then I got pulled away from it again. So there's, okay, blah, blah, blah. Attached to it on a string, there's this Truffle Shuffle logo. It's like a little cut thin piece of cardboard. But this, I think it's a sticker because it's kind of thin. Like as you can see, it's bendy. Boop, 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 boop. And on the back, it says "Peel Back." Printed on recycled material. It doesn't actually say it's a sticker, but it kind of feels like a sticker, and it's got a logo on the back. But I don't want to actually peel it right now because I don't have anything to stick it on. But that's cool if they come with stickers now. Oh yeah, same thing with the tote bag. I was not paying a bit of attention at the two. Like all of my prepositions or whatever those are off today. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is their new I don't remember this being on the last things that I ordered from them. So I think this is a new little tag versus sticker, or both, for them for this year. Cool. Love it. Let me know if y'all stick your stickers places. I want to see. This, I wish I had bought this earlier, but I was waiting for a sale. And I did get, was it a 20% off sale, I think? I don't know if it'll say exactly. No, it doesn't say at all the prices on the, that's fine. But yeah, I waited around. I mean, if things were like going to go out of stock, I would have just gone ahead and bought them, but thankfully they were still in stock, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to wait, and I did, because this one is special. This, and I think the other thing I'm going to show you, were kind of not super high price, but more expensive than the rest. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to wait. See this one, okay, this is the tag that I'm used to, which is, as far as I know, not a sticker. It doesn't feel like a sticker. It just says Rainbow Brite, Truffle Shuffle, there's all the social media stuff. It doesn't say peel back or anything. And yeah, this tag I'm also used to. So this must be their old tag, and the other ones are like their new tags. Cool. Excuse me. I probably should have made this into 2 videos, shouldn't I? Sorry! Yes, I also got a small in this. What this is, oh my god, now that I'm obsessed over tags for that long. This is a hoodie, and it, oh my god, it is so soft. It feels like lamb's wool or something. Like, I can just tell by feeling this that it's gonna be so warm. It's not the same material inside, it's just kind of, well, that's really hard to see. It's just that, it's slightly shiny. That's so helpful. I know. Super helpful, Katie. But whatever, I don't think you would necessarily want that on your skin. But it's just gonna be super warm. I can tell. Just, oh, it feels like, I don't know, like a teddy bear. It's kind of what the material reminds me of. Yeah, some kind of plush animal, plush toy. I've never had a piece of clothing made out of its material, and I'm really psyched to put this on, but it's kind of a hot day today, so I don't think I'm gonna put it on right now. But I'll try to put it on soon and report back. But yeah, okay. So the front has the stars that are very Rainbow Brite, and then it's got a hood, which I'm going to now put over the front so you can see the design on the back, because that's where the big design is. Just the huge Rainbow Brite logo, and this is all embroidered. Well, okay, so there's material behind the embroidery, or it's both. I don't know how to describe this. So her hair, this is not just stitching, it's material. But her face, all of this, gosh, yeah, her hair, her bow, Twink's face, the logo, and the black around, this is all embroidered. Yeah, I think you can see the difference between like shiny from the thread, not shiny because it's not thread, it's a different type of material. And then the red, yellow, I almost said orange, it's kind of an orange yellow, whatever. Red, yellow, blue is also a different kind of material, but around it is embroidered black thread. And I can't, oh my god, this whole logo being embroidery is just beautiful. All this is beautiful, it's gorgeous, oh my god, I'm dying. I love this so much. I want, like, you know what, I think I have a blanket. Maybe it feels like this, or have in the past. Maybe they should make a Rainbow Brite blanket. Although you know I won't use it because it'll just get covered in cat and dog hair. So it would just have to sit in the collection too, like everything else. I know. Dumbest thing in the world to complain about. Oh dear, I have too many collectibles. But this, I think, is going to fit really nicely. Let me just pull out the arm here. Yeah, that arm, I think, is plenty long enough. It's funny though, like the arm does not get really small at the cuff. So I think it's going to be just kind of loose on your arm. It's like really, it's kind of big. For going the wrong way, there we go. But I think that's going to be really comfy. Sorry. Yeah. I kind of like that. I think it's just going to sit nicely, hang nicely, whatever. And the hood is nice and, it's thin. I mean, it's the same material, but it just, I don't know, it's nice and floppy, so I feel like it'll look good on your head. You know, some hoods you put on your head and you're just like, oh, this looks blah, but I think this is going to look really cute. Anyway, not that I could put it on my head when I'm wearing my hair like this. I don't know what to call this yet, but I love it, and it's become my new kind of favorite thing to do when my hair is not clean. Heck, even when it is clean, I could do this, but I usually don't. But it's just fun, especially with the scrunchie. Y'all, I'm loving the scrunchie. I can't remember the name of the place I got it. Pomchi? Maybe? Something like that. If y'all really care, I'll try to find out. I know I ordered it online a while back, along with some other things. The same material. Okay, one more item. This really should have been 2 videos, shouldn't it? My bad! This is a dress, y'all. They finally made, well, no, this is not finally. They have made another Rainbow Brite dress. Oh, there's the scissors. But not Parma Violets. Boo! I haven't gotten Parma Violets from them in ages. But I still have a ton of Parma Violets from the ones my husband got me. So I'm set. Really, it's good. Yeah, they made the dress that looked like the bedding, looked like the sheets, way back in the beginning when they first started making Rainbow Brite stuff, which I think was 2015. Look on rainbowbrite.net to be sure. You can just, there's like the news feed on the main site, and at the bottom of that, or they'll say like click here for more news, or there's a news button at the top, or tab, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you can just scroll down and see what happened when, because I try to keep that updated. I don't necessarily add a thing like every time Truffle Shuffle comes out with new stuff, although maybe I should, because they've come out with really good stuff. Anyway, this is another dress. This is called a smock dress. So it's kind of that empire waist where the waist is high. It's really hard to see because, you know, it's all black, but the waist is right here, or the seam, you know what I mean. And it's gathered just a little bit underneath that seam. But again, this is like all embroidery except for her hair. Oh, and the white of her dress. Yeah. Like, oh my god. Hold on. There we go. so much embroidery. It's so beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. And on the arm also is the logo embroidered. So it says Rainbow Brite. There's no design on the back of this, so it's a very simple dress, and it's just like t-shirt material. So I think this is going to be really comfy. And it's not super long. Again, I should probably have put this on. I'm sorry. Maybe in my next video I'll just be wearing this so you can see. Does it have pockets? Oh my god, it has pockets! Dresses never have pockets. And this kind of dress, I'm okay with that. Some dresses I don't want them to have pockets because then it makes my hips look bigger than they are. I've already got big hips. But okay, I knew this was going to be biggish just because that's the style of smock dresses. They're not meant to cling tightly to any body part or be form-fitting. That's the word I think I'm looking for. It's just like a big, like a smock is the word you would use for that. It's big and comfy is what it looks like. And it looks really big. This is the small. I'm just looking at it, I'm like, how wide is this thing? Hold on, let me just measure. I'll just measure it across that seam where the waist is. And if y'all didn't know that an empire waist is a high waist, well now you do. One of the few things I know about fashion. This is, there we go. I don't want to like pull it too tight, but I just want to make sure it's all the way across. 19 inches. Yeah. That's not the widest point, because it gets, I think it's wider after that. Yeah, like the skirt part's slightly wider just because of the pockets. It's about the same width from there down, but no, actually no, it's bigger than that because it's gathered, so there's more material in the skirt. But yeah, 19 inches, that's pretty big for, I don't know. I feel like even like medium or large shirts are only like 18 inches. I could have that wrong. But no, a large would be more than that. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I'm really curious actually to put this on and see what it looks like. I just don't know if it's gonna look ridiculous on me or cute. We will see. That'll be, you know, one of the things we do next time is I will put on the dress and let y'all see if it looks ridiculous or cute. And maybe, although it's gonna just get warmer from here, we're supposed to have a few cool days this weekend though, so maybe I can at least get a picture of myself wearing this and post it somewhere, because it's so cute and it's so fuzzy and just, I wish I knew a better way to describe the, oh my gosh, I've done enough describing. I think y'all get it. It's amazing. Excuse me. Don't worry, I'm not sick. My throat just, you know, allergy season, and my throat's just always kind of like this because postnasal drip. Yay! Not. Yeah, I think that's everything that I've gotten lately. Yeah, that should be everything. And since this video is also already super long, I'll just give y'all a quick update. Why I was talking about, I mentioned Skeletor before, and then I was like, no, I'll talk about that later. So the reason he's not here right now, though neither is Wisp anymore. I think she got tired of not being on my lap. Hey baby, you got me on my lap now. She's gone. Anyway, so Skeletor we found out, when did we actually find out? Probably since the last video that I recorded. You know what, let me just, real quick, I can look and see when my last video went up. February. Can I see the actual date in February, please? Can you make me click on it? Really? February. Where's the dates on these things, YouTube? Ugh. Seriously? Like, even the comments, it's just 2 months ago, 2 months ago. Well, that's not, I mean, unless it was exactly 2 months ago, which I don't think it was. I don't know. Whatever, I'll find out. Oh, I need to close that. Sorry. This is my bad habit. I just like open something up and then leave it there forever and never close it. Bad habit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was since that video, because it was, I think his appointment was in February when they first were like, we need to check him out. There's something possibly odd going on with him. So he's had GI, gastrointestinal issues for a while, and they've kind of come and gone, like just over the past 6, 7 years. It was very slow ramp up. It wasn't just like, you know, overnight he switched, and you know, because then we would have noticed, and we would have gotten him checked out sooner. But and some of this was like could have been attributed to food changes, because he had to be switched to like a diet food a while back because he was too heavy, and then he lost weight, and we're like, great, he lost the weight. I guess that is the food he needs to stay on. And then it messed with his litter box habits. And I was, well, like, okay, well, maybe it's just that food, you know, it doesn't really agree with the system that great, but keeps his weight down. And the vets are just as bad as human doctors are with humans, like harping on weight as if that's the most important thing in the world. Oh, so anyway, this has been a while coming. I'm so sorry, y'all. So yeah, that's where it started. And also, like, sometime within the last 6 years, I don't know, he became the pukey cat. Like, not that he puked all the time, but every once in a while he would just throw up for no particular reason. At least at first it was no particular reason. It would be just like a bunch of food that he had just eaten, and we're like, dude, that's supposed to go through you, not come back up. And it's not like he was constantly doing it and no food was going down. Like, we would have taken him to the vet if that were the case. So it was just intermittent, you know, stuff with that too. So we're like, okay, like, whatever. I guess he's just becoming more sensitive in his older age. He's only 10. He's not that old, but whatever. So again, we just kind of were like, yeah, okay. And then he started puking way more often, and then it got to where he was puking on a daily basis. But at that time it was hairballs. Like, we could see in the throw up, sorry, TMI, that there was hair. So we're like, okay, poor guy, he's got hairball issues. That's common with a lot of cats, and he's a short hair, but he's more fluffy than most short hairs. My throat is not liking me this morning. It doesn't hurt or anything. I promise I'm not sick. It's just allergy stuff. Where was I? Right, throwing up. So we got him shaved, and that took care of the vomiting. So we're like, okay, cool. Simple solution, because he would not take any of the hairball. Have I told y'all this before? I'm sorry if I have. If so, you can skip past this. I've told so many people now that I'm just like, I don't remember who I told. So I might be telling y'all the same thing. Or maybe I was in a ukulele video. I don't know. Whatever. Right. Hairball stuff. He won't take any of it. The gel, not pills, the treats, the foods. He's so picky. And any new food will make him throw up sometimes, or new treat. Like, sometimes you just give him a treat and he throws up immediately. So it's like, what the heck, dude? So yeah, that's why we finally went to shaving, because we couldn't, none of the other solutions were going to work for him. So we got him shaved, stopped vomiting. We're just like, cool, we fixed him. And we switched him back eventually to the food he used to be on. Hey, baby. And his litter habits improved for a little while. So we're like, well, cool, maybe it was just the food all that time. But then things started getting a little wonky in that area again. And we're like, well, that's weird. Like, every time we open a new bag of this stuff, it's the same food, but it's a new bag. He gets weird for a little bit. And then it wasn't just for a little bit anymore. It was all the time. We're like, okay. So anyway, back in, I think it was February, is when we started down this track. This is how long it's taken. It is now May 4th. May the force be with you, Skeletor. He's still with us, don't worry. I'm getting there. Anyway, so they did an x-ray, and they were like, yeah, he's got a lot of gas bubbles trapped in there. That's a little weird. And I was like, okay, well, what do we do about that? And they're like, yeah, we're not really sure. But so they didn't do much at the time, but they mentioned that at some point we should probably get an ultrasound done or a CT scan or something like that. And so on his next appointment, so actually maybe that was end of last year, I don't know. At his next appointment, when they were going to be doing a dental cleaning, so he was going to be under anesthesia anyway, I was like, hey, could y'all go ahead and do the ultrasound while he's under? And they're like, oh, we don't actually have the equipment to do that here ourselves. We have to call in a mobile vet and they do it. And I'm like, you couldn't have told me that back whenever? Okay, whatever. So made an appointment for like the next week. So it was having to be put under anesthesia 2 weeks in a row, but he does really well with anesthesia. It makes him a little loopy afterward, but he's always been fine with it. So anyway, next week did the ultrasound, and that was also suspect. And at the same time, they aspirated one of his lymph nodes. They like took a sample of it with a needle, whatever. I think y'all know what aspirate means, but just in case you don't, stuck a needle in the lymph node and took a sample of whatever was there, because one of them was enlarged a bit. So they sent that off for a test. I can't remember if there was a name for the first test, but it was completely useless. I do not recommend getting the aspiration done, yes, but there's a second test called the PAR test, P-A-R-R. Don't ask me what it stands for, I don't know. But that one actually gives you useful information. The first one is just, I don't know. It was completely useless. In the end, I was just like, why did we even do this? We should have just skipped straight to the other one. But like the vet who was doing all this was her first time. I think it was like the practice's first time ordering any of these tests. So they were having to like look it all up in their system and figure out how to do this and that and where to send it, blah. So anyway, I was going to make a long story short, and now I'm not. So that happened. They sent off that. So every time you have to wait like a week to get results. Like the x-ray, we got the results right away, but then had to wait for the ultrasound, had to wait for the first test from the aspiration. Then they still had the sample, like they held on to it in case we wanted to do more with it. So then had to do the second test and wait for the results from that. And that came back positive for lymphoma. So we're like, okay, dude's got cancer. What do we do about this? And at the same time, we have another friend whose cat had was coming to the end of its journey with the same kind of cancer. And so I had a friend that I could talk to about some of this. And so I talked to him, talked to the vet some more. And they're like, yeah, the treatment for lymphoma, and he has it just isn't in his intestines. It's like GI specific lymphoma, is chemotherapy, which comes in the form of pills. And this cat does not do pills. Like, you know how picky he is about eating? He's also really, really picky about anything else going in his mouth. So you, even with like one of those pillars that you like, it's a long thing, you put the pill in it, like shoots a bunch of air behind it, so it's supposed to shoot it down their throat. Yeah, no. Even that, he'll spit it out. It's just like, how? It's all the way down here and you still bring it back up and just spit it on the floor. Like, so we're like, are there any other options? Like, are there any liquid medications? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. But very good timing. The vet was like, but I just graduated from NC State not long ago, and I know that they are doing a clinical trial right now for radiation therapy for this type of cancer in cats. And you might be able to get into that trial. And I was like, oh God, please, yes. Because it would, I mean, I'll get to that in a second. So I emailed the lady who was heading up the study. At the time, she wasn't sure that he'd be able to get in because they were like running out of, it was kind of winding down. It wasn't a big long-term study. I think they did like less than 10 cats total. But they were almost out of funding for it. So they weren't sure he was going to have a spot. And we were like, we'll pay for it. Like, it's not about the money. Like, great that it's free because it's a clinical trial. But also, if you need money, we'll pay for it because we think this is his best chance for living longer. Because, by the way, cats with lymphoma, they can live for several years with it. Like, not a ton of years, but like somewhere between 1 and 3 is kind of where I was hearing. For dogs, it's less time, but cats, their prognosis is usually pretty good. But again, I don't know how long he's had this because the symptoms came on so kind of slowly and weirdly. Like, I just don't know. I don't think they know either. Anyway, so yeah, contacted her. She told me that information, but I was like, well, let's go ahead and try anyway. So then I heard back like pretty soon after that. She's like, oh yeah, he's got a spot in the study if you want it. And I'm like, yes, please sign me up. So he had to go in and do another test with them. Like they did their own ultrasound as well, but just to get a baseline. But then also they didn't. If y'all are grossed out by medical stuff, you might want to just stop here. Endoscopic biopsy. So they went in both ends and they took biopsies of his intestines, sent that off to some other lab, and then had to wait for the results for that. But thankfully the results came back really quick for the biopsy. Like there's some other testing they also did at the same time that we're still waiting on. Oh yeah, we also found they had a B12 deficiency through all of this, which is common for cats that have this disease, or even like IBS, IBD. Sometimes they can have that deficiency because they're not absorbing nutrients like they're supposed to. Anyway, so we got him started on B12 injections during all of this. But yeah, so we got the test and he was feeling pretty crummy for a few days. And I was like, I don't know, he's losing weight. Like at his heaviest, he was like 18 point something pounds, but that was really heavy for him. He's usually in like the 15, 16 pound range. When this started, he was around 12. I think it was around 12 pounds. And he had gotten down to 9. Like just over 9, and I was like, oh my god, like this cat is gonna waste away. I don't even know if he's gonna make it to the study if he keeps losing weight at this rate. So she was like, you know, if you're really concerned, you could go ahead and put him on steroids, but then he'd be disqualified from the study for like 30 days. And I'm like, no, we're so close. Like, let's just push forward. Let's do this. And thankfully she was able to get the biopsy results really quick. She was just on it. She like called them next business day and just like, hey, can you please give me the biopsy results? And they did. And I was just like, thank y'all so much. So last week he started radiation therapy. Today is his last treatment. It was only 4 treatments. So it was 2 days last week, 2 days this week. And hopefully, fingers crossed, rainbows crossed, all the things. Hopefully that'll put him into remission. We just don't know yet, and I don't know exactly when we're gonna know, but he's at least been eating. I've been having to give him an appetite stimulant. He will take liquid medications. He still doesn't like it, but I can get them in him. So I've been giving him an appetite stimulant, stuff to keep his tummy settled, stuff to keep him calm for like going to the place. What's the other one for? There's another anti-nausea, calming, whatever. So I've been having to give him several medications, but no pills, so yay. And he's been doing well. I don't know his current weight, but I think when I dropped him off this morning, she thought that it had been pretty steady over the last week. So I'm hoping that it's still at least like 10 or 11. I don't know. I'm shoving food at him any way I can. It's like, whatever you want to eat, buddy, eat it. You want the peanut butter on my plate left over from my apple? Okay, eat the peanut butter. Like, fine. I ain't gonna... Anyway, so that's where we are right now with Skeletor and why he is not here in the background being his cute, silly self. But hopefully he will be for the next video and for many more after that. Fingers crossed. I keep saying that. Anyway, I'm gonna go before this cuts me off because it's about to. But thanks for sticking around if y'all did and listening to my crazy life updates. But until next time, have a rainbow day. Bye.